Hello, people. Today is finally the day where we review the heavy Gatling gun. This is M.S.G Heavy Weapon 20, I think it is. Very cool heavy Gatling gun. Heavier than the Gundam that is holding it. That is pretty incredible. I mean, obviously, this is a big unit. Um, he just really struggles to carry it, which is hilarious. Very large weapon. I think this is even going to dwarf the frame arms kits. I did use this one once before with the WISM soldier in a short that I have. I can link that in the description. See how we can do that. I'm not sure. I've never done it before, but very cool looking unit. And what's even cooler about it is it does have a mount for let's see, a mount for something to put on. You know, if you want to peg it in someplace, but it is motorized, which it has a little wind up, which is just epic. So with a little bit of ingenuity, you can get some really cool effects out of this thing. Make a little short video, stop animation, something like that. I don't know. I guess with it being animated like this, you wouldn't really need to do stop animation, but really cool weapon. So let's go ahead and go on to Zaku 2 and see how that works. Alright, Zaku 2 looks like a true man of peace over here, holding his very large Gatling gun, which is almost as big as his torso. The thing is gigantic. I love this over-the-top stuff. And he holds it actually no problem. I had a much easier time getting him to hold it than the Gundam, which is normally the easiest to put anything into his hands. The balance is very precarious, though. It is fairly easy with those large feet, but yeah, as you can see, if like the wind blows, anything like that, he's gonna want to tumble over because that thing is incredibly heavy with all the mechanism inside. And like I said, he's barely holding on to it. With a bit of a lean back though, he should be able to carry it no problem. With an action base, something like that would be much easier to pose it with. So let's go on to Jinrai. Jinrai's handling this thing like a man, holding it with one hand. I propped it up against his thigh there, so it actually puts a lot of the weight onto that. But that with that huge gun, it's a little funny. You'll have to be very patient with posing these things because that huge gun is definitely weighing things down. Let's go ahead and move on to Architect. Architect is easily able to carry it, but it is a little awkward to keep her in a pose because those ABS joints inside her belly and her thighs are a little bit weak, I'll say, and not able to carry that huge weapon comfortably. So as soon as I move her, she'll try to move back into a position where it's able to carry or prop it against itself. She can't really hoist it up very easily. But that said, you can probably get a better pose than what I did here. Just kind of showing the ability for this thing, this very heavy thing, to counterbalance a girl on her, well, upside down. Just having fun. Good old chaos and pretty magical girl. Lastly, but not leastly, you have the Alex, which is more than capable of carrying it in one hand. But we go ahead and swap out how he's holding it, so it looks a little bit closer to action movie style. That said, the trigger down there definitely helps, propping that up against his huge form. I think that of all the sizes, that one's closest. I don't even think it matches the frame arms very well, but with this big bulky boy, I think that works. That said, he can't actually hold that and use his other arm because of the way his wrists are with the little Gatling guns inside his forearms here. So this guy, apparently, this guy really likes his Gatlings. So yeah, just keep them going. So that being said, that's all the ones that I have for comparison today. With this giant Gatling gun, I think it's called, that might be the Bandai one. I will relook it up right now. Is it worth the buy? It is a heavy weapons unit, so it is going to be more expensive, but that isn't that much. I think it's like $9.99 to $15.99, and I would definitely buy another at that price. That said, it does not include a stand. It only includes a mount for a stand, which I'm not sure what that's supposed to go on to. I guess you're supposed to work with what you have elsewhere. But that does fit on the bottom peg there, and it'll fit into an action base. Anything else you have that has 3mm porting, which is like that there, and then down there's a 3mm hole. So you can work it with pretty much anything. You can mount it to a turret style. It's very able to adapt to different environments. My impression is that it's very, very realistic, which doesn't always fit with some of the cartoonier things that we have in our Gundam and model kit universes. So if you're looking for a more fitting look to some of the anime look, the Bandai one does fit a little bit better in my opinion. They didn't do a review on those. Remind me, I'll have to do one of those. But definitely one of the cooler weapons from the M.S.G kit. I would definitely buy more from this line. That said, there's also another accessory kit for this one. It's a drum feed for this that ports into this here, and you can put it on his backpack if it's a high grade or if it's one of the 30-minute missions or frame arms. Something with 3mm ports. Wouldn't work for Alex, but we could make some adjustments. In any case, I couldn't find that before I started filming. I did finish 3 of them because I got them as gifts, and definitely want to show that one off. When I do that review, I'll bring this one back out so you can see what that looks like. With all that, I will say goodbye. Thank you for watching, and hopefully you can pick up one of these things for yourself. Bye-bye.